So if you like most people that I know, you are looking at ways to increase at least your side hustle, a supplemental or your supplemental income in order to meet the ever increasing expenses to your household. Did you know that grant writers can make anywhere from 25 to $200 an hour in writing grants? The average grant takes about 10 hours. So if you're making a minimum amount, and that's $20 an hour, and it's going to take at least 10 hours, that's $200. You do the math. Okay, so let's talk about what our most recent endeavor to provide opportunities for income to people who really need it, what that endeavor consists of. You're going to love this. If you are looking to improve your skills and learn from industry experts, you might want to connect with the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. Also note that we have partnership with the Center for Nonprofit and Strategic Planning. So let's talk about this workshop. This workshop will teach you the step-by-step process of professional grant writing. It includes how to identify suitable funding opportunities. And when we say suitable funding opportunities, that you need to make sure the grant you gone for match up with the funder's expectation. Then we talk about how to design innovative and impactful programs. Let me say that again. Innovative and impactful programs. This is important because funders want to know that you know what you know. And then finally, how to plan for long-term planning. The workshop is suitable for government agency, academia, research, health, faith communities, nonprofits, or individuals that want to start a nonprofit because of a passion that they have, as well as a need to find funding for that particular passion. Well, this workshop can serve as a side hustle income. Or, let me explain, it can serve as a side hustle or supplemental income that is part-time income or for a full-time business. During this age, when there is a crisis economic and trying to pull in money in the household, it's getting harder and harder to meet the demanding expenses that's being accumulated. This serves as a side hustle to supplement that income or as a full-time business. Let's talk about the money. The average rates for a grant writer, if you are a beginner grant writer, that is, you have successfully gotten at least 3 grants, you can command anywhere from $20 to $35 an hour. It gets better. If you are an intermediate grant writer, that is, that you successfully was able to obtain to get 4 to 5 grants, that goes up to $40 to $50. Next, if you are able to get 68 grants, 6 to 8 grants, then that goes to roughly $60 an hour. So as you see, there is an income base potential. And the class that we have will get you to that ability for this type of income. Now, if you are a grant writer and you was able to get anywhere from 8 to 10 grants, then that goes up to $75 an hour. But there's more. If you're an advanced grant writer, that is, you've been able to successfully get 10 plus grants, that goes up to $75 to $125 an hour. It gets better. If you are an expert grant writer and you got at least 10 years of experience, I have over 40 years of experience of writing substantial number of grants, then you can get $200 an hour. That's over 200,000 grant makers in the United States. 200,000. So this class is going to teach you where the money is. That's over 1.5 million nonprofits that's in the United States. That's where the money is. Nonprofits need grant writers. Let's jump into the workshop. This workshop is designed to help you learn to write an effective grant proposal for various funding sources. You will gain a practical skill and knowledge. You will gain practical skills and knowledge on the following topics. Lesson 1, the overview. This focuses on the basic outline of putting together a grant, your executive summary, your needs statement, etc. Lesson 2 focuses on creating the foundation. It focuses on being able to articulate your vision, your mission, your goal, your objectives, etc. Lesson 3 focuses on the problem statement. It focuses on using both quantitative and qualitative data to support your arguments. That means that you're using statistics, surveys, testimonies, case studies to support your argument and to demonstrate the urgent significance of your proposed solution. The fourth lesson focuses on researching grant opportunity. Mentioned earlier, there's over 240,000 potential funders that's out there that part of this class will give you access to. The next lesson 5 focuses on planning outcome programs. Funders want to know that if they're giving you money, what's going to be the outcome? So this focuses on how to learn to create markable outcomes and successful indicators that document the programmatic achievements of your program. In this section, you will learn how to use logic model and theory of changes to illustrate the causal relationship between your activities and the outcome. In-depth class. Lesson 6. This focuses on program evaluation. In this section, you're going to show how you can prove that your program is going to be successful. You will learn how to design and implement formative and some summative, summative evaluation strategies to assess the effectiveness and impact of your project program. You would also learn how to use various evaluation tools and methods, such as surveys, interviews, focus groups, observation, tests, and assessment. This is honestly a comprehensive, in-depth class on grant writing. This class was based on looking at hundreds of other grant writers, both institutions of higher learning as well as entities that do grant writing. Looking at that, then tailor making it to my experience to making it the most extensive workshop on development grant making. Let's continue on. So that's planning the program evaluation. That becomes a very important element. Then the second, or the lesson 7, we begin to talk about the budget and financial management. You'll be surprised at the number of nonprofits that die because they don't have an understanding of doing budget and financial management. So this is another part of the workshop. Like I said, you can be an individual, a nonprofit that wants to bring in grants into your nonprofit, or you can be someone, an individual that wants to make money, either a supplemental money or to start a business. The budget and financial management. So here you will learn how to prepare a realistic and reasonable budget for your project or program. You will also learn to demonstrate your financial management skills and your returns on investment to the funder. I can't overemphasize it. Your return on investment. We give one section on how to define return on investment. Lesson 8 deals with looking at PDFs and applications. It deals with it deals with how you will learn to respond to specific requirements and questions of federal. Let me start that again. This is going to allow you to be able to respond to specific questions coming from questions and requirements coming from federal foundations and corporations related to RPFs and applications. This is important. We teach you about RFPs and those other important documents. Then in lesson 9, we begin to create the program design. This is probably one of the most extensive sections of the grant proposal. You will learn how to create a grant program design that outline the key elements of your project or proposal, such as need statement, sustainability, your blueprint, all those things related to the grant. This is the most extensive part. Even you have to talk about what you want to do from day one to when you close out the grant. And that's detailed in this section. The next section is, and this is important for nonprofits, is learning how to market your organization. Here, you're going to learn how to market your organization, your project or program to potential funders. When you want to communicate with funders, you have to talk differently. If you're talking to a foundation, that's one conversation. If you're talking to a corporation, that's another conversation. If you're talking to a government entity, that's another conversation. If you're talking to an institution of higher learning, that's another a conversation. Again, I think you get my point. It depends upon the audience that you talk to. So you definitely want to be able to market your organization. You will also learn how to identify your target market and consumer profile, and how to communicate your value position and your competitive advantage. This is going to be deep. Then lesson 11 is going to focus on organizational capacity. Here, we're going to talk about how to build your organizational structure and accountability. And then finally, submitting the grant, the packet, and everything that needs to go into it. Again, I can't overemphasize the money that you can make in terms of learning how to be a grant writer. Again, our workshop takes anywhere from 6 to 8 to 12 weeks, depending upon how fast you learn. But at the end of the day, your return on your investment is going to be awesome. So if you want to reach us, again, we're at the Center for Nonprofit and Community at gmail.com. It's the email. It's the Center for Nonprofit and Community at gmail.com. If you want to learn more about our program, or if you're ready to be a hustler and to start making that money. Because as we begin to look into the future, it's becoming harder and harder to make ends meet. The other thing about grant writers, unlike artificial intelligence taking everything else away, it cannot take grant writers away because it is a unique science. So again, hit us up at Center for Nonprofit and Community at gmail.com. It's time to make that move. This is an opportunity to increase your revenue streams. Times are hard. This can help at least soften the pathway forward. So please hit us